Hey, welcome back everybody, Sign here again with another episode of my Forever Factory playthrough. And I need to set up another natural altar, right? We got this one doing normal crafting and transmutation. I need to have one, okay, it looks like the ore should be fine over here too, that we can set up a crumbling catalyst on. Okay, right click a block, huh? Do I have any, I can probably... Oh, it anchored. Okay, even though I was, holding something besides the book, it anchored. Okay, that's fine. That is kind of the downside with, like, the natural altar, or just the overlay from patchouli anyway. Is it by anchoring into a block, if the block or if the structure is like countersunk? This is the quote anchor. Yeah, it's all block there, good. Or the multi-block, right? Which means that every block below it, I have to remove stuff from the world for. Okay, I think that is. Yep, that's wood. That's wood. Okay, I think that's all the wood I needed. We got chiseled stone bricks. There we go. Need regular bricks now. Oh, I see what happened here. Gotcha. There's an airspace under it. Looks like that. And then the same thing happened here. Let's do that. There we go. I wonder why my number wasn't going up as fast as I thought it should. And remove you. Now we go to our golden stone bricks. There. Have to have something to place the block on. There's that, and then our last block is going to be the natural altar itself. Hey, look, done. All right, crumbling catalyst. Go right there. And it is filling up with aura. That's going to take a little bit. But I guess while we're doing that, I can somewhat get this prepped. And let's just do like that. We're going to need a retrieval module. I'm going to need an extraction module. And I'm going to want to put a filter on you, which means I can now hook this up. And we're doing this because we have to process the stuff we're getting from the primordial stones. And this was the easier of the two options. Right, so coal, let's see, diamond, emerald, right? And lapis, I believe, would be over here as well. Not sure about netherite. Redstone is a thing. Rutile, silver, tin, uranium, and zinc. Okay, so it's only 5 things, it looks like. And these 5 all come from, well, netherite. Okay, no, netherite we needed as well. Okay. These 6 all come from the same primordial stone, right? They'll come from the prismatic, which is the nether one. All right, so let me just go ahead and emerald, diamond, coal, redstone, lapis, and netherite. because I changed that. I don't know. I wonder if it's because I don't have anything in the actual retrieval node itself, or module. Now are you going to send something? Now, it does take a while for items to come all the way out here. Even with pipe pressurizers, things can only move through the pipes so quickly. You're an empty blacklist, so you should be fine. Yeah, the pipes are all hooked up. Let me do that. So what happens if I throw you... I can't even throw that on there. Okay. Is it because of... This needs to be, like, maybe here? I think that might be the case. That's kind of particular where the catalysts go. Yep, that was it. One hardened emerald is going to turn into 48 emeralds. All right, well, let's just go put the rest of the stuff away in the system, and we at least have those 6 of the hardened materials taken care of now. Put all that away. So diamonds should be good, right? Hopefully. We've got 1,600 left. And we're going to be producing 48 per... So 48 times 89, whatever that is what we have in stock right now. And we're actually currently making these things. I need to go check my botany setup. This thing drained out earlier because the experience did the same crap it pulled a while ago. Well, not the experience. Okay, no, we still have XP. Okay, good. It was the stupid absorption hopper. See, look, it's doing it again. What is going on here? Like, seriously. This thing was full not too long ago. Yep, blew it up. And this thing, like, has... Not that. This. There's nothing in the buffer here. It's just refusing to pick up XP orbs for some reason. Yeah, I just picked up a bunch of experience that were just sitting around. But even as far as to make it a quantum entangler here, and I have it on its own channel, and it's getting XP from over there now, and I disabled the whole jelly thing making. Okay. Okay, you're full. You have another 256 buckets there, and then there's another 32 buckets here. Keep an eye on that. Doesn't help when you're, dumping extra XP out either. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. Yeah, this absorption hopper not picking up the XP, I have no idea why. But there's a reason I have 248 levels. It's because I keep having to vacuum that crap up. It's just annoying. Alright, let's double check over here. Aura is doing good. Oh. There's an emerald. Should probably get a stack limiter put on here, because this thing can only accept one item at a time. And it's trying to send multiples. I can see items bouncing around in here. Alright, that looks like it kind of fixed it. You're going to see an item come zipping in. And... boom. We're going to see another one maybe bounce here in a second. Nope, okay. The first time it did it, it sent 2 items. 2 different types of items, just one of each. Alright, so let me go check downstairs at the system we set up the last episode. Here. And yeah, we are doing good. Down below, I ended up shoving in a bunch of primordial stones, huh? That's the slow part of this. I shoved some ultimate fluid tanks down below just to act as fluid buffers. Oh, yeah, look at that. And we're filled up with one. Oh, that's fine. Once it once everything backstops, like right now it's backed up with liquid darkness. Once we start getting the primordial stones into the darkness one, it'll start working through it, and eventually it'll switch over to a different flavor. However, we're going to have to get deep into mechanism or processing this episode. Deep into it. Not really looking all that forward to it. I've set the system up so many times, it just gets boring after a while. But I do have this nice big open area over here. So, hardened iron, right? We need a chemical dissolution chamber. Of course, I can't add that in. But we're also going to need sulfuric acid, which is going to come from a chemical infuser with sulfur trioxide and water vapor. Sulfur trioxide comes out of a chemical infuser with oxygen and sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide comes out of a chemical oxidizer, which is good because I've been getting a lot of sulfur. So we're getting it as a byproduct from blaze rods, and I got a bunch of it when I was running my excavators. So we're good on sulfur. We need sulfur dust, which is not a problem. I've got a lot of that. So that's just for the first machine. And then we need water and a dirty slurry of some kind in a chemical washer to make clean slurry. Then go through a chemical crystallizer to become iron crystals, or well, whatever crystal. We then run through a chemical injection chamber with a hydrogen chloride, which we get by mixing chlorine and hydrogen together. Now, chlorine I can get from brine, right? Sodium and chlorine. And sodium is just waste product to this point. And brine, well, gaseous brine, but there's really only one way to make that. That is by salt from mechanism, which we don't really have a good way of getting. It might be available somewhere in the world, but I have to go mine it all. The other part is the thermal evaporation controller. Well, the multi-block. Turns water into brine. 10 millibuckets become 1. Right? So there's our chlorine. Now, hydrogen, we can get it from water, right? Electrolytic separator, hydrogen and oxygen. We do need oxygen for this setup as well. And then here, oh look, oxygen, right? So the shard then becomes a clump, runs through a crusher to become dirty dust, run that through an enrichment chamber to become just regular dust, and then we can just take it from there, smelt it, or what have you. Yeah, we got our work cut out for us. Oh, yeah, we do. But, you know, we're going to get a ton of resources out of it, so it'll be worth it in the long run. Because I'm going to need to stockpile my resources, because the other use for these is to make these perfects. You know, perfect material of whatever kind. 32 blocks plus 1 hardened gets us a perfect one. And then we need shadow steel. We need refined radiance, which I did teach my system how to make. And I mean, it's the refined mixture that we use to make the light essence with. And then chromatic compound, right? And that'll get us refined radiance. We need 4 of those per infinity catalyst. We need 1 of these per sentient mainframe. And the goal of the pack is to automate everything up to this point without using AE. The only thing from AE I'm using is the processors. Just items, not even a block. Actually, yeah, well, I'm making the processors, but that's the only really AE2 related block I'm using. I'm not even charging service cores with AE at this point. We are also going to need to get our hands on some neutronium, multiplite, durasteel, and sturdy sheets. So we looked at this before. Sturdy sheet is obsidian dust and lava, and then you just smack it a couple times. So not a problem, but let's go ahead and add that in. Durasteel is netherite, block of redstone, and shadow steel. Shadow steel is chromatic compound plus shadow essence. So, yeah, we need to add that in too. Multiplate is refined radiance. Hey, but there again, dragon's breath and refined obsidian ingots. I've got these two already taken care of. Actually, I've got all three of these taken care of. It's just these one, I mean, 16 per ingot. That is expensive. Oh, and we also need silkstrom, which is nether star, string, and chromatic compound. Notice there's a, there's a trend between either shadow steel or chromatic compound in some flavor for all of these, right? Like, I mean, this one was chromatic compound. Finished PCBs we did, single board computers, electronic components, cryo-cooled mainframes, compressed mechanisms, and basic mechanisms. Those are all automated so far. So we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more things roughly to automate. Oh, the neutronium, which is a blast chiller recipe with gearworking dye. Liquid neutronium, which is made here from dense matter solution. 100 millibuckets equals 2 millibuckets. And then this is made in the fluid combiner between gold, lead, and osmium. So yeah, we've got a bit to do. And to do that, I'm going to need resources. I'm going to need a lot of resources. So we're not going to be working on this guy for a while because, well, we need a lot of resources for this. And then I also need to have a whole bunch stockpiled as well. All right, so at mechanism. You know what? Here, like 30 more of those. You are. It does this occasionally. Did I never teach it how to make copper wire? That might be the issue. Every once in a while, I'll find some little elementary thing that I've been coasting by on forever. Oh, it's a spider back there, okay. At first I thought it was a wolf. I'm like, what the hell's a wolf doing in there? Oh yeah, nope. Never did copper. All right, let's get this show started here. I need my oxidizer, which is in here. So there it is. Let's see, it's in here somewhere. So not sure exactly how I'm going to set this up quite yet, but we're going to work on it. All right, and then points. I should probably like put that away. I don't think I'm going to need that for right now. I will need the configurator though. Don't need that. Okay. Point. Make power. Good. Some you going. Got our oxidizer. Mechanism blocks face funny when you place them. I'm not sure exactly why. I'm not sure what Aiden's thinking, but there we go. Now I need you. Not the blue dye. You for now. You're going to be requesting sulfur dust. Right. You can get started with that. We are going to get these things upgraded here in a moment, but hey, look, we're getting sulfur dioxide. All right, so that means we need to go into a chemical infuser, like so. What are your chemical sides? Gases. Input 2. I don't have you on... Ah. Actually, no. The front side is facing me. It's that side. Hey, look, empty. We have sulfur dioxide. Now, we need oxygen to go into here. But first, whatever this produces is going to go into this one, chemical infuser. And now, because we need sulfuric acid, right? So we need water vapor here and oxygen here, right? So we need, for water vapor, a rotary condensator. We'll put you down, and okay, you're facing away. Okay. You're facing a general direction. Let me do this, and then that. I want to tie you into that line there. Here's a question. Are you actually going to be getting water? I mean, water should not be an issue. Or am I going to have to rotate you? Rotate. Why is the rotation on these blocks so freaking weird? Okay, now I want the small opening that way. Right? I'll do that, and then if I click here, nope. If I click here, no. I imagine this is intuitive to somebody, just not to me. Rotary. Oh, wait a second. It's because you're condensating. I want you to be decondensating. There we go. Now it's going to let the water in. Now we're making water vapor. Which... water vapor is for the second stage, right? First stage is going to be the electrolytic separator. This guy. There we go. This is making hydrogen and oxygen now. Now for gases, we needed oxygen, right? Perfect, because it's on the right-hand side. So I can then grab one of you, and we'll put you there. And now it's making sulfur trioxide, which is now being dumped into this tank. Now I need water vapor. Alright, let me get my configurator back out. Make sure you're on something... items. That works. And you are not going in there, which is good. Because I actually need to disconnect you, like so. Make sure that we didn't end up with anything. No, we did not. Okay, good. Because I actually need your front side to be orange. Right now it's blue. Right. I didn't get anything by accident. Okay, no. Good. That's going to be annoying. Hey, look, it didn't connect. Sweet. Actually, what I wanted to see. There we go. Okay, that's a universal cable. Wrong one. I actually need to be the basic pressurized tube. Like we got water vapor in here. And for now, I am going to set you to dump excess. Gases front side is doing nothing. Good. Hey, look at that. We're making sulfuric acid. Now, the sulfuric acid is going to have to go into the chemical dissolution chamber that we have. So I'm just going to slap you down here. And for gases, it should be input. Oh, I don't have this thing set to the correct output yet. We need it to output gases on the right. Hey, look at you go. Right? And then gases can be input on all sides, because the thing... we'll put this side to be output, which will be over here, right? Alright, now sulfuric acid in a chemical dissolution chamber. Now we get dirty slurry. That's going to go into a chemical washer with some water. That's going to go like that. Also, I should probably get some universal cables down so we can have some power over here. You are going to need water. So let me go ahead and throw you back in there. We'll do this. We will give you water. Ah, dang it. Misclicking. And all of a sudden it got really framy. I'm not sure why. There we go. You're getting water, plus the slurry, right? And then the clean slurry goes into a chemical crystallizer, which is this jobber right here. And you're going to need some of that. There we go. Here, get that little star out of here. All right, you've got power. Very good. So washer, crystallizer, and at this point we can go into the chemical injection chamber, which is this guy right here. Now, this one, we need hydrogen chloride. So that's going to be something else we're going to set up later on. First, let's fill in the hole in the floor, right? I'm going to have to upgrade these machines too, by the way. Let's grab a random jobber, right? You know what? Copper. Copper's good. Just to make sure that everything is working correctly. I mean, I'm fairly certain I got it done, but you never know, right? Well, I tried jumping to use the elevator, but okay. So, you will go into here. Okay, you're working. Boom, emptied out into here. It is washing, which is then going into here. And we are currently cleaning. There we go. It needs 200 millibuckets, I believe, to clean. And then we need to have you set to auto eject. You'll go into here. You do need power, though. I did not give you power yet. Right, and you just need your wonderful crystal, or we could put pure salt in as well. I had a way to make salt. I mean, salt block becomes 4. The salt block is just by crafting it all together. See, that's not a thing we can do. Then, 4 to 1 for salt. Or we can turn gaseous brine into salt. That might not be a bad option. Because then we just have to... Well, it's kind of tit for tat, honestly, right? Brine comes out of the multi-block no matter what. Not much I can do about that. It's just either do I run it through a, what is it? Electrolytic separator, one of these guys, and separate it into sodium and chlorine, and then combine the chlorine with hydrogen, which we're over here we're just avoiding as a waste product. So we actually have hydrogen already. Or do I do the multi-block into a rotary condensator turned to gaseous brine, and then run it through a chemical crystallizer to turn it into salt to feed it into this thing? I think the first option would actually produce faster. Not 100% certain though. Alright. Okay, you are completely done. You still have a good amount of slurry left. And we're already up to 12 of these. Alright, so it's completed, and we ended up with 30 crystals for the trouble we went through. So that'll basically work out to being 30 ingots worth, right? Because it's a 1-to-1 1-to-1, 1-to-1, 1-to-1. And then we can just smelt it and turn it into a copper ingot, or, you know, whatever ingot we want. That's why it keeps kicking on off. Because this processes the sulfur dioxide quicker than this can make it. Okay. But yeah, I need to upgrade these machines, energy, speed upgrades, all that fun stuff. It's going to be rather brutal on my power setup to do that, but worst comes to worst, I can say stuff the reactors. The main reason I'm using them is for plutonium anyway. And we could just go with the ethylene production from mechanism and just completely blow what those things are doing out of the water. So, yep. But thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until the next one, signing out. Have fun.